Dumelang Sanbonani, greetings to you all. It's your boy Sabelo, aka Saba the Don in Gamla. I now welcome you to an amazing podcast. It's all about the South with Saba that's going to speak all things South.
Listen, if you work retail, I know for a fact. If you knock off late shift, an hour before you knock off, there's someone that will give you a tip. There is someone that will give you a tip.
Okay.
So,
from our history to our culture, we tackle the streets to find guests and friends that will inspire and bring passion to our conversation.
Shut up, bro. You're actually a dope presenter. Yes. Oh. Nah, dude, I'll give you all your flowers right now. Shit.
I appreciate it.
I thought this was gonna be like some.
There's always a story to tell, good or bad, and we want it all.
Because the idea was there. I had the idea, it was on my vision board, everything was good, and I'm thinking to myself, Yazin, how on earth am I going to kickstart the podcast?
Brother.
I'm figuring you are late over. I'm not going to get a just kick like, I'm like,
Hello.
what's going on? I had to check literally my bank. Hey, you better come on. It's in the window because I'm not sure. I'm really
So check us out on YouTube. It's all about the South with Saba, and for now, see Vala City is sure.
Shut down my lead, so pawns. Same time, don't know boss. Overnight, me and your phones. The I can't sleep, don't me and your balls. All eyes on me, in your guns. I'm happy, got on your tongue. I'm a rock so damn hard to them, then you want me, boy, feel like so.
Sunny Bonani, Dumelang, Nijane Makai, it's your boy Sabelo, aka Saba the Don, you know, in Gamla Mafetu. I welcome you to another explosive episode of It's All About the South with Saba. And I'm glad I've got an explosive guest, man. That's why I'm saying this is explosive, because this gentleman here has hit me up. He's told me, he's been watching a couple of our episodes and he's like, Saba, what you've been doing has been amazing. And look, my nigga, I've got some serious content to bring on the show. So you know what I'm saying? We're here for the first time with him, and hopefully not the last time. This gentleman goes by the name Tapo Cash, is out here to play Cassius Malulega. Okay, yeah, okay. Otherwise, no, best. No. So, Teflon, Minanawe, we've met on a controversial tip. I think the first time you ever told me, Guti, we met up. I remember you said they were shining clean back in the days.
In the shooter.
I'm saying, Tell me what happened, dog. Tell me what happened.
About that story?
About that story, dog. I want the viewers to know, Guti. I didn't meet this guy, and by the way, he's my colleague, you know what I'm saying, in the acting world. So right now we're sitting in this space and I'm like, I didn't know we were gonna, a couple of years later, be in the same seat. So I need to know what's happening with the story.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Let me, okay, I don't play, but I think you did just, you had audition for Amstel Actors, what is that, acting competition?
Oh yeah, BET Top Actor.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I come across you there. And then this high light skin guy, charma, and then like it's from the south. I'm like, oh okay, let's just put an eye. And I saw you a few like episodes, and then there's no time for TV. There's no time for TV, man. And then a couple of years later, I moved to NHRN just after moving around. Just trying to find yourself. You want to move from bedroom to bedroom. You don't want to be at home because there's so many rules. And also, you just trying to find yourself as a man. So I moved to Ghetto, and it still happened. I saw you as a paki, all cool, all still dressed up nice. I'm like, oh, there's a guy from TV. So I'm like, okay, shout out, So I just greet the gent, sure. And green, what the hell? I was like, yo, man, what the hell? It just bummed me out. So I'm with a lady about just thinking about just like introducing me to the place. I went, okay, this way you get food, this way you get this and that. I'm like, okay, I wait. And then that's why I'm jamming with you. I'm actually gonna meet this kid, I'm gonna tell him this. He's like, oh really? I'm like, yeah, sure. Because then they don't know, right? I don't talk that I do a TV stuff. Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay. And years later, I bumped into the first thing I said, I was like, yo,
you there? You there?
Yeah, like, yo, you, man. Yes, sis, what the hell?
Yeah. But crazy, Tempo, it's been those years now that we've come together. And, I'm glad we're in the same space, bro. I've seen you do some impeccable work. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, he is an actor. He does commercials. You know, so I want to know, Tsepo Uti, despite the fact that I've known you, bro, I want the viewers to actually know at home, Uti. Ubani Tsepo? Who is Tsepo? Uzalwa kabani? You know, where's his backstory, bro?
Sure. Hey man, this will need another episode. But then, just to cut the story short, I'm from Ghetto. I was born and raised in Soweto, Zuurbekom. I'm an 89 baby, 17 Feb, Nkurela. My upbringing is actually a bit different to other songs. We get from when my mom was pregnant, as a short story. She was kicked out, so she had to go and live with time. So the time at that time was arrested. So she had to actually finish school from couple time. So I came through. My dad probably came out when I was 1 to 2 years old, and then the whole split kind of happened. Then from Lapo, that's when I started being moved around, because then only in the show, this part, the spa, and some of the Kenyans, and from Karachi, now on the crash. So I ended up staying in Karachi, St. Martin's. Yeah, I still in crash, so I was actually born in crash. Someone moved me, I think, years later, and then I started coming from Coke, and then I started being moved around the Soweto team. Almost my teen years, almost when I was 11, 10, after the whole automatic move, by since Zuurbekom, that's my mother's side. That way I found base until I was 12, 13, where my grandfather's house burnt. We were like Soweto. And then, Soweto was different as a teenager.
And now, I mean, like, tell me what happened. What was that about?
So in Kuliswa, I'm a watch tower, right?
Okay.
Jehovah's Witnesses. You know, used to knock on the doors.
Mm.
I'm that kid. Yeah, so we used to go to church Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. So it so happened to go on that one Thursday when we were still in church. So come on, one night. So it's 7 to 9. So Muhammad kids at run about 8 plus 8. So that side is so remote that the only form of transport is your train. And then taxis just take an hour plus. So you'll never get anywhere, just not get a taxi. And also because you blocked. So your next door neighbor was like, over there. So I cannot grow up with no friends. So it's only been me and my head. Everything moved around. I've never really had a close circle that I can actually call, yo, these are the people that I love. So it's just always been me. So when all that, also back to a church thing, right? So the church had to stop. We went home. I think I was writing the next day. So lit up a candle, got in my room, put it close to the seat that I had, which is close to the bed, right? So I'm just trying to study. I think I fell asleep, and then that played.
That's crazy, though. That's crazy, though.
And I mean, survived burning. The whole family was shocked that I didn't burn, because I was actually sleeping on fire. Fire, yeah. The whole house, a plot house that is close to 13 rooms. Right? There's a pantry, there's like a huge bathroom, there's like 3 bedrooms, like piano, the things, that whole everything.
That's crazy.
Everything flat, yeah.
And now tell me, bro, I mean, now that you mentioned, that you obviously worked up this whole space of you not really having friends growing up into your teen years, how did you adapt into your schooling life? How was like your primary and high school life? And which schools did you take?
Let's say, Greyville Primary School in Lens, moved to Orlando for like a year. Went to Hillcrest, and then from Hillcrest, APC Academy in Brooklyn. So throughout the schools, honestly, I was really just one of the smart ones, but I used to start and that kind of probably like into other stuff, you know. So I was kind of in trouble with someone.
Yes.
Yeah, for like fights and stuff.
So you are practically not someone that is more social than anything, because it seems like, I mean, from what I'm gathering even now, you're not someone that's like big on friendships. You know what I'm saying?
No,
you're not
I'm
really big on friendships.
I'm quite good with people. I'm a people's person. I fit into every circle. I understand a lot. I read a lot. So communication-wise, really easy to gel. It's just probably the different mindset that I had to set up as a kid. I think especially after the whole house to incident, I had to figure out a way to actually get my grandparents' house back. You know, I just had to, and this is like 12, 13. I really had to like readjust everything that I ever know. So the whole church boy, the whole kid, you know, those small times actually. I had friends, quite a pal, but I've only had friends for like 2 years. 3 years.
Because of the move.
So I really had a close circle. But I'm your friend. The hell? The hell is that?
No, I mean, it's because, you know, when I think about it, it's not like you've had tons of friends. You're not someone that, you know, you have that social attribute where, like, Uzofana Nami, whereby, you know me, that I've got a big circle of friends, you know what I'm saying? And at the same time, I think I've learned a lot, because I've suffered probably the most pain when it comes to that type of situation where you realize, you can see, not everyone is in your corner. You know what I'm saying? And I hear the advice that you give me sometimes. You need to Saba, you know, at the end of the day, you know, you're not to trust everyone. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like when it comes to you, you've always just shown me, Gucci, I'd rather be minimalistic in the things that I do and rather be alone and work on myself than really be established around about it.
I'll say be more quiet and work hard. You know, people can see your moves, but don't let them just like hear it. That's what kills us as a society, because we kind of get excited in a way that makes sense in your head, but if you don't make it an actual thing, then no one is actually going to like appreciate it, see it, or like hate on it, because it's not there. It's still in your head. If you can take what's in here and make it a tangible thing, then you have something. So it's just the blah blah. You know, just minimize that and then just follow. So what this whole not having a close circle thing, because then throughout primary it was a whole move, right? And then the house burned down. So this was the first time that I actually got to go and live with my mom. So like this is the first time that I'm actually going to meet this person. So I don't even know my dad, but like 13. So and then I get there. So I'm being police so I've had a lot of almost freedom, you know, freedom to probably not do whatever, but then just jump a lot of stages. And also growing up with Lotini, we had like animals, you know, chicken, pigs, and the yard was big, so there was really no reason to actually go out, and also the friends are there. So I had a lot of time to my head, I had a lot of time to play with the pigs. The chickens, just the chickens, and like fruits, you know. So I wouldn't say my life was really difficult. It was just a lot of moving until I moved SOS and I got to meet my mom. So my mother was the best lesson. So mind you, I'm a net. So for me in that house like that. So I had a blue Clang, I like a clang. She's moody stuff. I will eat.
Yeah, I know.
Clang point. That's what I had. That's all I had when I moved to my mom's. So. And then I had one jean, one techie, one sandal, one short, one t-shirt, one vest, and one jacket. And that killed me for 19
And tell me, Tsepo, now, you know, you're a guy that's got a lot of grit. Like, you know, funny enough, I'm reading a book called Grit by Angela Daggett.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying?
And
And bro, like I've been, funny enough, I'm someone that's been, so like I think since 2020, I've felt I should hook you up.
Yeah,
I should hook you up. I think maybe once I'm done with this book, I'm definitely hook you up. But I think the power of why I've read this book, and funny enough, when I was preparing this interview, I had these questions around you based on this book because you're such a hard worker, bro. You know, if there's anyone that I've picked up, you know, you've got this thing where it's not easy for anyone to just fine tune themselves into like business. I mean, guys, Nkuluma Kanje, because he's an entrepreneur, he started a business called Ghetto. As much as someone is doing the acting and you know, we've all got this vision and this big goal that we want to achieve. It's so difficult for us because it's not that the door is just so open for us to just fill ourselves in and just say, yes, you know what I'm saying? We're trying very hard, but the industry is very intense. You know, it demands a lot of us. And, you know, I feel like for someone that has actually mind shifted himself into business, I think has shown me, you know, that's desire, bro. That's a lot of hard work, you know, that's put into that. So I want to know, bro, like, when did that idea come about and what gave you the shift to start being more of an entrepreneur than just being an actor?
The pandemic, COVID, as everyone could blame it. You know, it's sad. It's sad that there's people that lost jobs, and it's sad that that's the only thing that's sad. Honestly, you know. But then it also taught a lot of people. It also showed a lot of characters. It taught a lot of people that they can actually do things with their hands. The struggle that situation came with, the struggle that 2 years that came with, that first 6 months, that first 3 months and stuff, running out of food and you can't actually come out, that the whole prison feel of not being able to move in your own home. People came out. People found their true selves through their struggles. Those who survived to not actually commit suicide or do some other strange things. But then everybody had to find a way to live outside the system. You know what I mean? Outside the 9 to 5, outside the commercial world. And when I had to like transition from moving from Arlington back to Soweto, which was something that I didn't want to do. You know, like I just told myself, which I'm not going back to the home. There's nothing there for me. You know, if it was a pan, I was mad that I can sell you anything. So, like, I can call a dolphin just to bring me water. So it's like, yo, bro, I got into a situation where when you say with you having a big circle, you started realizing that there's friends that you can't trust. I don't have anybody. I don't have anybody to go to. So I'm stuck in this situation. I'm going back home. It's all on me. You know what I mean? My mom just opened up the doors and like, hey man, here's a key. Come back home. You sort yourself out. I don't even have a plan. I think the week before the idea made sense, right? It's not even a week because I was putting myself through like a lot just to find myself. There was a lot of regret that I took from the silence that the 2 years came with. You know, there's a lot that I had to look past. Age-wise, in my 20s, I had to look at all the mistakes, the reasons why I'm here and not having to be in this situation in like entertainment, in this situation in like in the event space, you know, like in this situation in the retail space, in this situation in the PR, you know, those situations, because then I've probably tried each and every field of work just to find myself, and everything did not hit in all my 20s. Yes, I got lucky, I got ads, I traveled, I had famous friends, blah, blah, blah. But then they were somewhere. I was still in the same place, always trying. But then what that year gave me was, what can I do for myself? Because then if you watch it, everybody that's rich all over. Like the richest people, the first, the elite people. None of them work for someone else. Some of them they only started something. So what are you studying in the conditions that you are in? If you have people that you trust with, those are people that I call my friends. I don't see them. It takes like 6 months and stuff, but then we can communicate on the phone. I remember I called KG, he's an engineer. He works for Nestle, I think in the Eastern Cape now. So I called him and like, yeah man, I don't know how I'm going to survive this. I'm a teenager of a daughter and the demands are getting higher.
The problems anyway. I can be someone. Yeah.
And then and he says then if it's like that, create a problem. But I have a solution to it. That took me back to, I used to work in retail like knockoff food. You know what I mean?
I was a struggle.
There was a struggle. There was one struggle, right? There's one struggle. Listen, if you work retail, I know for a fact. If you knock off late shift, an hour before you knock off, there's someone that will give you a tip. There is someone that will give you a tip.
Okay.
So imagine leaving Sentin 9 o'clock, past 9 in a taxi. You probably just gotta get home because you're gonna get the taxi that travels the whole of the ghetto, right? Until your spot, because then I'm in the end of So you get home at about 11 o'clock, you've got money in your pocket, but there's no food. There's no food and you can't walk a distance because you won't get water. It's not your time. It's other people's time. That's
always there's other players.
Man. There's 8 people, there's 9 people. You know your time. And then I was like, oh, damn, that can work. And then when we leveled down to, I think, level 3, with the pandemic, a lot of people started selling food outside, during corners. And that's when I was taking the job. Mind you, I'm hungry. So I'm stressed out. I'm going through my head. I'm going through a lot. Everything is not working out. There's nothing. Everything. No, there's nothing that comes out of my mouth that's good to anyone. Nothing. Like, what's your good? Yeah, to like someone said, we smell bad and just took a shower. But it's just there's nothing that's going right. Then I just decided, I'm just gonna start exercising. I'm skinny. I'm a great shape, but then I'm just tight. So I just started taking a jog and I'll take a jog until I probably hurt, until I hurt something, And each and every corner I went, people were saying cheap. So this is new, That's like the first idea. I can do it. I can do it. And I'm like, okay, cool. Then I go back to another friend, like, yo man, how many people are studying this and that? It's like, yo, if you don't study, it won't happen. So like I need equipment, I need stuff. So this is all in my head. During that period of time, I had some people from the gas where people like chill without doing it because everybody chill. But like still stamp day in, day out for like 3 months. So I told the crew, thanks. One of the like, I got some people, spicy and I eat. So you guys are like, give me up some money, That didn't work out. Fast forward, I got lucky with a renewal.
Bro, can I tell you a bit about that? Let me tell you about that.
Okay.
I was in my lowest point right now when Clover came back with that. I'm thinking to myself, the podcast is going because the idea was there. I had the idea. It was on my vision board. Everything was good. And I'm thinking to myself, how on earth am I going to kickstart the podcast.
Brother.
Don't know if I figured you a little over. If I don't get it, just keep like,
Cool.
I'm like,
Hello.
what's going on? I had to check it into my bank. Hey, you gotta go on. You think I'm in for because I'm not sure. I'm in the chair. So obviously, I'm monkey. I don't want to. You will have a shop. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you were saying.
Yeah. It was a crazy part about God, and when you put your mind and heart and your physical self into an idea that's in your head, such things come. You know, such things come. Because this thing was driving me crazy. I went to my stepmom, bro. I couldn't sleep. I was shaking, right? Because then I've got it now. Like I've got the guts. I've got the grit. I'm going to do this. I'm gonna stand at the corner and sell this thing, right? I went to the Chireno, my stepmom. I got there. I was like, yo, hey, I've got this idea. I'm thinking of this. I saw this. I saw this. I saw this. I saw that. And I think I can do this. She says, congrats.
Is that all you can say?
Yeah, you know, that was facing probably, criticism, blah, blah. It's like, hey, man, when the president is not a part of it.
That's what I'm at you.
And then this thing is cousin, she's one of my favorite cooks, right?
Okay.
Yeah, yo, man, the meals are amazing.
Yeah.
That's all. So it's like she gave me the first hand recipe to cook chicken. Not for you, you can do this, can do that, can do that. Always do it like this. How? Okay, bro. I just had an idea. No, I'm getting
the information. Everything is working itself.
It's just pulling itself. To like play.
Yeah.
So even when on the first day, she gives me to the tip, the farm, but and I was going to shut down, shop, cool, go home, place those things. With the money, of course, with the support. I go to my daughter with the staff, the family, and then I tell her grandparents, okay, I'm actually going to start a business, blah, blah, blah. And then so the grandma says, hey, I just want Fernandez. Okay.
And they come in and get fast.
I was like, oh, okay. Oh, I'll see that small. Yeah. And then she tells me, like, man, this was a song. This was a song. That's so. Oh, my, this is specific brand. What the brand is so. Often, let on the song. Tola Jane brand is so. I can't share, guys. Come on. I can share. So I was like, okay, then I go to look for this brand. It's hard to find. Boom. I find it. It's pricey. I was like, oh, okay. I tested out. I was like, okay, it's quality. He's like, yeah, okay, it's quality, and everything starts. And then I speak to an ex of mine, like the current ex at that time. We're still in like speaking terms. So he's like, yo, I found something to do, and this one hit the heart. Like as soon as it came, because it was all chicken, right?
Yeah.
It was all based on chicken. Everybody else is doing chicken. Everybody else. Everybody's doing chicken. I'm like, yo, I'm a different dude, man. I just can't be doing the same thing. I wanna eat chicken salsa. It was like everybody's doing it. It's like staple food, social wear, like standard. So I was like, yeah, man. And then it's like the only place that sells wings from Egastan to Shawea. It's far. It's like probably 30 Ks. It's on 30 Ks, 45 Ks. It's on just for wings. Like, nah, I'm wings. Yo, man, wings. No, it was wings. And then I went to go and get the first bag. Of course, my stepmom told me like, there's this butcher, tried it. And then I went there first, and the business failed the first time because I couldn't understand the money independence. And as soon as you start something like that, people come to you to control, and you become not the go-to guy, but you can get something from him. And I was just starting up this thing. Can I tell you something about initially starting a business? I'm still in the forefront, talking the story. Like I'm still in the beginning. It took me 3 hours to come out of the house. with everything here. With everything. The price stand here, with the meat here, it's done the way. It took me 3 hours to come out the house. Just to hold the door was shaking. I was shaking. There's no confidence in that. There's no confidence in starting anything. It's the most difficult thing that one can actually do. Because this thing is so personal. It's so personal with God. I prayed that day. I prayed on my knees. I prayed standing. I prayed with water. I was sweating. Because of the pride that umuntu uzothini. Benziwe ukuthi onkumalana ozongihleba. Dude, I'm the guy from TV, man. I'm the guy that they see talking ads, bro. I'm the guy that speaks Islu, Mikasi. With my chest out to everybody.
That's a temple. Speaking of the same situation, I've been there. As in Fuller South in Uganda, there was a time where, during my lockdown stages, I think when I was telling you how I fell in love with books, something gave me the same urge. That's as in Paisa, because I had nothing. Literally, absolutely nothing.
Nothing is everything.
Fully standing there. The Paisa was sweet in my chips. I used to catch things, swim Fuller South in the aliens, your store. And I would sit there and people would watch me as they come across, ladies and gentlemen, bang bang, and ask themselves, this same cat that's on TV is the same guy namhlanje by some chips, by some scopas, by some sweet. But the one thing that I took away as a lesson from that was, you know, we didn't do anything is cool. They were looking at me and they were there. They were what's Manu. And no matter was on support, but Manu, that's just the book on the TV, and they would express what they would see. And I would be like, I'm having an interpersonal relationship named one thing, and then I see even when things are bright at a particular time, but when the time is low, you sit there and you're with them and you're encouraging them. That bit of hope. Even if I go back to becoming this great person, even when the chips are down, they know exactly what they need to do. They need to go back to the basics. This is what you do. You know, when I started my business, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You understand? You know what I'm saying? But that pride that you're talking about, bro, I know that feeling.
Yeah, man. And that's something that you have to kill first, man. And it comes from comfort. That's why I hate comfort more than anything. Yeah. I hate comfort more than anything, bro. I can't be comfortable around people. I can't be comfortable around. I just cannot be comfortable. I don't want to be comfortable. And as soon as you're comfortable, there's nothing that comes from comfort, bro. There's absolutely nothing that's come from. You can be comfortable with someone whilst they're doing something else. You know what I'm saying? It's like how comfortable we are as South Africans with our time. We're so comfortable. And that's what changes the whole business strategy. So Ghetto opens 5 p.m. till late. Certain days. I know everybody that comes in the evening has money. And the majority of people that work are in the retail space. That's why malls are big and offices are small. So it's a currency to exchange. When you start understanding the pay dates, you start to understanding how money moves. Why only Black South Africans are only happy for 5 days just after they get paid. Because in 3, 4, now they start counting money. May 10, Abasana needs. May 15, they starting to borrow. But every weekend, they never miss one. They never miss a club. We never miss a club. Let me just show you something. That's up. If you can check your post or internet, Monday, Tuesday, I'm tired. Work is Friday.
Yeah.
Wednesday, I can't wait for Friday.
Yeah.
Friday comes.
Literally.
You come back from work, right? You go out.
Yeah.
We're shy. We are Sparta Saturday. You come back about 2. That's what. Bambi. you still got an activity. You wake up on Saturday. Also, from Monday. Now you're going to work. You come back on Saturday. Midday, you prep for the night. You go and spend money with friends. You travel, you do the whole day. You come back, food. You've got an activity until more 5. You wake up on Sunday. You go out and spend. You go stomach cloud, excuse. You go and spend. Skip in, scar. The whole Sunday is someone Sunday king don't. You go again on Sunday. You're out. Monday says come on. It's funny. You spend partying SO is 1,005 every weekend. 2.5.
I'm telling you. You know, people are going to even the regular Joe, bro. Right now, think about the places the regular Joe is trying to go in, trying to be. Not even yes, you're gonna stand
2.5.
Yeah, standard. Again, you'd say that at night.
No.
I mean, it was like a
Me are forced. Honestly, dog. Me are forced. Because they allow themselves to
you know, but you know, that's what you get, bro. You get people sitting there, telling them outdoor. You know what I'm saying? But they don't really care about themselves.
That's the ego, bro. That's the ego. Jets are feeding the ego for the next species.
Bro, point exactly.
Bro, 100% of a man's life depends on the other species, woman. 100%. And yeah, from a small boy, how do you tell that a teenager, a teen boy, is starting to date? Cleans up.
Yeah.
What's on?
Yeah.
Cherry. Same thing. What's on? Now I have to tell him, why? These are but then the people that are doing all that, they've been doing it for 10 years straight. They don't have assets and so on. But then to just say those people are doing it either from a paycheck or from a real hustle. And when I talk about a real hustle, I'm talking about the one speed. And so I say I'm going to as a speed is in reality. But I'm going to speed in the park. It's fire. Yeah, it's speed in the park. I'm not getting it somewhere now. I'm sorry. Speed now, but just now. I'm sorry. I would see a Sabazi or Ring, but I'm going to eat the school on. I'm sorry. Honey pan, I'm going to on this track. And they are absolutely to someone I'm also cleaning them now. I'm a fresh boy. I'm sorry. But then imagine. Why can't we clean that money opening a business? A gas? Why don't we get back Amapeka, away? Why don't we eat our food? Why don't you take that money and really try and buy schools? Because I'm telling you, there are no Pakistani stores in the world, bro. There are no Pakistani stores in the place because black people have allowed everybody to take control of whatever they have. This whole spiral system, it's called spiral system. That's how you get Amakula like I-3-4 in like one street. The street is long, and then in every street. That's how a spider moves. If you look at the spider web, that's how you find how they place. And I got that from a book called Capitalist Nigger from Chica Orini, right? And I think that book within itself should be in schools as a history book.
100%.
If kids are still studying for history, we can't be learning about how. Stop reminding us. Teach kids something that they will know how the system works. Because that's not the system. Imagine that book came out in 84, right? 84, if I'm not mistaken, right? 84, 87. That means that man wrote that book back in the 70s. for it to be published in 84. That's what, so there's like a probable 10-year gap. When Bata, September, military base. So, and then there's this huge white mountain, right? That just covers from the west until, what's that? Just past the Crown Mines. Masi Mopasi.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Just past the Nazareth. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If people are saying there's like this whole political movement and Soweto is gonna stand up and like rise, it's a plan. I mean, they showed you this in 2020. The only place that was covered with military was Soweto.
And they made sure.
Yeah.
Level 5 temple. Yo,
I wasn't even there. I saw them.
dude, I was literally. Yes, I mean, Tina Besla,
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing that also tried to keep us activated was that Ekaslam, because the Makwana Mangwana, okay, sharp, we used to see them from a distance. Which okay, but the main corners. So now, like, you know what I'm saying, but I'm telling you, in no time, bro, they would shut that street down.
Yeah, quick.
And then just to show you, we're not here to play.
Yeah, that's funny. It's what teacher, but it's cool. And that's me. And so, I'll take this. And that's me. That's how I see it. That's how I see it structured, and that's how it actually is. And so if Tina's so and this is the biggest township in the world. Where its own people have nothing. The only thing is in the side now, Joala, and local sports because we like party, and so, but we don't take care of the time that we spend, and this whole thing just goes back to the time of how the Ghetto Wings works, right? So I took all that fun time, I took all those excuses that we make. I was like, let me let everybody also do the thing. I'm Makota, I'm Makuina, it's all that. I'm Papa Nan. I started at 5. 8 o'clock, these guys are closed. Everyone is mine. Everyone is mine. Everyone is mine. So how do I get the business to that thing? I worked on the taste for like a year and a half. We don't need it. So people that don't have their own things have an opinion. Which is which is a good and a bad thing, just depending on what they need to bring. Some people have something valuable you could take from the criticism or whatever that they came to say to you or whatever that they want you to add in your business. But Ustola saying Keta what to actually do. Everyone was like, yo, when I started, the wings were like still full wings before they became winglets, like your chicken licken, like your KFC, of which if I'm competing, I think I want to compete with those guys. And so my product is amazing.
You were supposed to have it on the table.
I sold out. The money comes first.
What is this? Marketing strategies, guys. Sold out.
Yeah, man. So the business is 3 years old, and from those days, I'm not funny papa boy, and which was the first thing that they said, hey, you need to add papa, I want to visit so. Buffing pop, and it's like, you know what? I eat from other people's spots and stuff. One place, there's a place where I ate chicken when I was still doing just wings because I was still trying to master the taste and how these traditionally taste and trying to get the sauces right, trying to get the hot sauce. Like I wanted the hottest sauce, and I strongly believe I have the hottest sauce.
We should try it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, please.
Ghetto Wings.
Ghetto Wings, 55 Mbuzane Street, Protea Clinic Station 4, next to Universal Church.
100%.
5 p.m. from Wednesday till some Sundays. Because then Saturdays I sometimes cross nights.
Okay.
So
You
I
don't
can't
have the
really,
power
yeah.
Okay.
And so, Sisi too, Konomanje. One lucky enough is since I moved from Atlanta, met some guys, next door neighbors, they wanna come and work. So I think I have 2 more employees and I make it 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a teenage kid that comes from like school and cleans the equipment, the grill, the fryer, and then I have Otapo, which has been working hand in hand with me, and then these 2 guys
Nice.
will be next. So I think the growth of business, and also I'm trying to add more product now, so that will give me a chance to actually add product and work on that product too, because then the wings and the chicken, the fries, it's all. What I did after I actually had that one place, and the chicken was so bad, I was like, you know what? I didn't want to disturb them, but I won't let people eat such. So I'm going to make the best chicken. So that's how I added the chicken, and then ideas just grew from this to that. Just I'm pausing because most people that sell most people that start our business start like how they chase him out. It's all about the money and not the product and not what you serve. I'm doing this because I want to recreate a brand new taste. It's the same thing. Like we go to these retailers and we support them fully. Food. We give them the money once we can make that product. I'm doing that. I'm actually bringing your KFC chicken licking, Ekonin, Esplatin, and I'm telling you, the taste is amazing. I put on everything because I know the time I spent creating the taste. I know the effort I put, and I know everything that I go through to make sure that you get the best taste. But people just go out there and they hustle. This is something that you're putting inside people's bodies. This is something that you have to digest and live with inside. Make something that's with it. Give them quality. Give them quality. For me, it's not about the money, but the money is helping me out. But the taste is what matters, and that's what I'm selling. I'm selling you a taste, a Ghetto. Come have some Ghetto wings.
Yeah.
Come have a bite in the Ghetto.
Nice. Nice.
It's like
Nice.
if there's a spot that you need to come to in the south, what's the plans? What's the there? What's the there? There's nothing dangerous until you poke the wrong people. There's no place that's not dangerous. Dog. There's no place. But if we're not also ekasi ongalazi, ongakwazi kulo, and you act like you own the place, the streets will answer you back. Because there's like people that live on the pavement, the people that live in the yard, the people that live in the house, and the street people. You have to understand that there's people that understand the street. There's a different language, there's a different tone, there's a different look. There's
and
as soon as you get on that tar, you must know how to run.
Yeah, and it's funny because I have one of my colleagues that we work hand in hand with. It's all about the South with Sadda, Oscar. He's asked me this question this morning, so I'm going to pose this question to you. Because I think, in as much as we are all in the idea of hustling, we want to know, Uguti, we look at someone that's from a poverty-stricken situation in Lukshi, we look at the middle-class people that are affording just to live in houses that's decent, like ourselves that have natural that are fairly decent, and the upper class. How do you feel, or rather, how do you see the difference between that child having to make it to Espen Hills? Do you feel like it's very far-fetched? Do you feel like that dream is... and I mean, I'll also bring it down to you. I don't think you're doing all of this that you're doing with Ghetto Wings and only doing it for the sake of, we are panda, the hustle. But there's a goal. There's somewhere you're trying to be from where you are right now to where you're at. So how big of a stretch is it, bro? How big of a stretch do you feel it is? Is it possible, bro, to break the code?
Must put it now.
I think so. I think so. I think so.
I've not met, but I've been just to sort it off, right?
Okay.
I know people that move from our situation to becoming celebrities and millionaires.
Okay.
So, I think 3 groups right in front of me, you know? Like right in front of me, these people became the people that they are now. It all depends. It all depends, honestly, on you. I'd love to say society plays a role. I'd love to say your friends play a role, but it's up to you. What are you chasing? It's hard and it's easy at the same time. It's hard because then you can always go the systematic way, which is study, and then go to work. And then work, get the upgrade, and then but then when you start getting the upgrade, you owe everything. And that was the one thing that drove me to becoming the person that I am, was because my mom found a way to come out the struggle, from renting room to room to actually being able to buy herself into like a house and stuff through the 9-to-5 system, right? She started as a cleaner at net bank.
Okay.
And then they wanted people only for her to have.
We'll cut it. Just remember this part.
Yeah.
We gotta cut it for the sake of
Take.
Yeah, bro.
3,
So
2, 1.
I do remember mentioning that name the top 10 of your most biggest gigs you've landed. Maybe bring it down to 5 for me, bro. Just a second, bro.
Yeah. It's good for Beirut, right?
Yeah. I know you were mentioning maybe
like
like a
Pepsi.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
My biggest one, Pepsi, NetBank, Black Label, Cheese Snacks.
Why you leaving strategy shit though?
Pierce,
Pep. They don't end. Edgar's.
Ford Figo, Caterpillar, generators. Sure.
Now you've left
Castle.
from 5. This guy's a legend. He's a living legend. Guys, that's why you need to check this man out. You need to check this man out. Guys. Like, Doc, where can they actually find you, bro? I need to know where they actually can find you. They need to know who you are, bro.
Yo,
What's
man.
happening on the socials? Let us know, bro.
No, I'm nowhere talking the socials.
But I still find you as Sepo Cassius on
Malulek
on Facebook.
Oh yeah, alright. Well, for you to connect with me via socials, it's Cash is out to play with money on Instagram. Just one word: Cash is out to play with money. And then TikTok, Tabo the First. That was the original alias. And then Facebook, Tabo Cassius Maluleka.
That's dope.
Yeah, man.
And I know we're not at the end, guys. I know usually you'd expect to whether you catch them on the socials, it's at the end. Tempo, I want us to start talking a little bit about the industry, man. Like, how's that been for you, bro? How's that journey been? And what have you taken from it so far? You know, I feel like we obviously have 2 different spaces when it comes to that, because I've had my fair share of it. Maybe not to the degree I would have hoped to be in right now, or the space I want to be in right now. But for you, bro, how's it been? Do you see yourself still wanting to gun in deep, you know, like really be like out there, you know, in terms of being a media personality?
That's a good question. That's a good question. Oh man, that's a very good question. To start off, the industry has been extremely exciting for me. For one, it's because I actually chased it, and I had this one dream to have a billboard, a gas lab, and I actually got it via the NetBank. money. Yeah, there's a big ad I did. So they have a whole billboard in UJ. So the campus, just a person with job. It was exciting. It was one of the goals, and I got it. I got it. The thing is, I'm not in the acting space, no matter how I'm not series and all that. I just do the commercials. And so I just do the adverts if they make a call it. And the space is fun, yeah. And so it's fun. It's short. It's short and there's not too much to it. And so there's not too much to it. Although there's one ad that gave me like high gas. 1 liter. Black label.
Okay. Yeah, that was big. I remember it very well.
That was big.
Very big.
Yeah, that was big, and then NetBank, the very same one. So when they created the images on the ATMs, right? That was one of those spaces, which was extremely exciting because they were like nationwide. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. That space, I don't think I'm leaving. This year in J, I'm just focused on the business, man. It's alright. I think I'll take a 2 year break. Push the business. See like how far Ghetto is gonna take me. And if I do get time and space to actually squeeze it in, because I love it. It's way going home, and plus I have the best agency. I have the best agency. Shane Foster, man, I love you. You know, I have the best agents. I've been with Shane for, I said like 12, 13 years. Yeah, almost.
That's a long time.
Yeah, man. So I kind of made all my mistakes, you know, on set, off set, and he's always stuck with me. And yeah, you know.
That's power, bro. And I mean, you know, Tepo, I've noticed you're not one for relationships to say, because you know, it's funny. That's my friend to Tepo and guys I'm gonna happen to sisters. At the on or is in love or you know, this guy is such a strict gent. Like, you know, this guy was forever serious, you know. And like when I mean serious, like I don't mean like in the personal strict seriousness, but I think because he's so passionate about the things that he does, I don't think he leaves room for that, you know. And I feel like that's also what pays honors to the fact that you do so well in what you do, bro. I think it's because you've got a steady mindset. You someone that's really geared when you're doing something, you know, you're very strong about it. You've got this element of wanting to achieve, you know what I'm saying, in everything that you do. Where do you leave the space for relationships, bro? Do you actually invest in it? Do you find time in it? Or is it a matter of just you, if the right time comes or you meet the right person, then yeah, you give it a shot?
Yo. It sounds a bit. Yo.
I have to hit you in there, bro.
First of all, bro, I'm a lucky guy, bro. You know, I'm a lucky guy with a lot of mistakes. I'm sorry. I've been lucky relationship-wise, but there was a time where I really broke, and I put beyond.
Okay.
What people could do to people. I messed up to relationships to a point where I was like, you know what, I don't think I should do this. I don't think I should do this. Let me just focus on something else. But I'm still lucky because I've always been like, crisp.
What's crisp? Are you seeing someone crisp, dog?
Yo,
what's going on, bro?
You know what? Yo, sure. Yes.
Why does the guy look like he's in love?
No.
Yeah, but what's that?
Man, I'm not age. As a boy, kill about name. Yeah, they say there's levels, right? And those levels are guarded by women of a certain low caliber or status, right? With that being said, whatever caliber drug you're in, I get what you get.
Okay.
Yeah, like, yo, Yo, I ain't cool. MP2. What's up?
Talk to me.
You're a boy from the south, right?
Right.
Just outside Soweto.
Right.
Who's the boy?
Yeah, we're from the south, outside from Soweto.
He rhyme already. Even though like smooth. So, into is money get umuntu maninto that's why, bro, in this day and time, if we go back to who we really are now, when we find these situations where there's someone that's killed his girlfriend because the girl was cheating, you cheating too. John, you cheating too.
But no, tell me something. What has led us to that place? I don't understand how much it would see. As much as I thought relationships are supposed to be one where they are building, they are actually giving us a sense of love and hope and peace and tranquility, sanity. Why is it that all of a sudden we've become monsters, bro? I don't understand where we are causing this commotion where, you know, I don't know whether it's love anymore, bro. You know what I'm saying? What do you think is triggering that, bro? Is it post-traumas maybe? Maybe there's a sense of not understanding an individual that's come from a very tough background. They were not people that were loved. They don't understand the meaning of love. All they know is violence. Maybe that could be some of the triggers, bro. Because I've been really thinking about it so deep. You know, my fam, like I've been like, Yazini, this hurts, man. Like, you know, I've had a very close friend, Karabo, the late. Shout out one time to her, may blessed soul, rest in peace. You know, she got killed by Outchak, you know, and that it bothered me, bro. I asked myself, this guy, sharp, rich as he is, he could have had any chick that he wanted. What pushed him to the point where he had to do something so foul, bro? Something so sad, bro, so traumatizing to everyone. I mean, that story broke out, everyone knew about it, bro. I mean, it was a South thing, it was huge, bro. You know what I'm saying? What do you think triggers this, bro?
Right. I hear you, and you want me to actually get deep into it. I just want to take it light on top. Let's just take it light and be honest to us and be honest to who we really are. The very same kids, we spoke about this earlier, the very same kids that are on drive right now, I'm out to it. I'm talking. That comes up in my into it. So we come from good families. There's a difference between you and me, Sadda, and the difference is not how we're raised. The difference is how we understand things. So this comes from this is gonna offend a lot of people, don't it? But this comes from privilege. The privilege to get of getting things easy. So doing things late. So I'll give you an example of a kid at Kasi Kulamanja, probably during primary school until they're all probably in grade 8. He just got his heart broken. So because the girl that he likes the other guy. Because the other guy is cute. Right?
Yeah.
And so,
yeah.
He just got the raw form. So, you know, that's how he becomes strong. So, but then you want to keep a child caged in the house and don't give them the experience to go and play with other kids, get emotionally to that attached, see for themselves what they like instead of showing them what they should like. That's why TV is off. TV to work for kids. Kids have to engage with other kids and really gel into their being. Getting pushed over and then they like pushing back. That's how they go. And so imagine I'm trying to take this from a very young age. And then there's a kid that grows up and they have PlayStations, you know, the only time they have is a screen. They just gaming. When they come out into the real world, and
It's scary for them, bro.
and then they get attached to this one person for the first time, and that person is experienced in the streets, is experienced, but they enjoy this company and this access because you probably have things, or you probably come from a good situation, and they stick there, but then it gets boring when they leave you, your heart breaks. What do you think that kid and the one that's used to being heartbroken is going to do? That one has a high chance of killing that girl. And so, high. So it's the upbringing also that plays a role. I just had to take it there just to add that we have to also look at the upbringing of the person that has committed that. Also with the suicidal ones, I just want to tell the gen too of it to No, like you don't have to kill yourself for a brother. You don't have to let that piece of shit heart break. It gets better. It takes time. Cry, just cry in a corner. Don't cry.
Yeah. It's necessary. I mean, we all people of feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we all people of feeling. Yes, we understand the fact that some things are traumatizing, ladies and gentlemen. But I think the reason we also have to have these conversations is very important because, the same viewer that is sitting at home right now that could have been tuned into something else, today is going to have a discussion where these kind of relationships that we find ourselves meeting people, out there that are sort of killing the name of us good men. You know what I'm saying? As much as, yes, we're not perfect, but at the same time, we still need to find a way, which is to committing suicide is not the way to go. You know what I'm saying? It really isn't, man. We have so much to live for. You know what I'm saying? There's so much that guys, and it's isizwe. You know what I'm saying? We've got little kids that are coming up that need to know what they're still brotherhoods. You know what I'm saying? And have conversations that were serious. They were building. But they sit there, they're talking about something that they know which is overselenzi. You understand? And when they come back to break bread, feed their families. You know what I'm saying? So Tina, what happened to us that are still privileged, like Utepo is saying? Tina, we have the opportunity to not have to fend for ourselves, but we've got means where we can be able to be creative. We are creative species, Namhlanje. We are able to become actors or be on commercials or do whatever it is that you want to do, but at the same time come at a cost. That is crazy. That is crazy, but young and old, I feel like we need to get to a place where we break this barrier. And this is only happening with You're not finding Ingamba going through such situations, bro.
Yeah, and also, must be actually it was specific. It's actually happening to us as South Africans.
Yeah,
as black
South Africans.
And it's sad. And so it's sad, but it's like if I would say to the guy that drives a Ferrari, like a black guy that drives a Ferrari right now, is the brokest person in the country. That's what he said. So, and my reasoning would be, does he have land? Like enough land to have probably a poultry farm? Does he have land? Does he produce anything in that land? Like, are you talking about Ferrari from a paycheck, or you don't know, like what? So you are getting paid to pay back. And so it's like, we don't have anything. Arsenal nets. We don't own Pick and Pays. Well, we franchise them. But we don't have your own. The only thing that we have is Maponya Mall. But Maponya Mall has probably E3, we're down to black businesses who are coming up. Shout out to everybody that's trying out into the business, and I hope we get it right one day. I just hope the progress that we can see with businesses coming up. We follow those footsteps and we build our own, whatever that it is. So whatever it is, we do, like we've heard stories about Pablo Escobar spending 2,500 on like elastics a day. Opening an elastic company, there's probably a Pablo doing, coming up somewhere.
So fun, yeah, let it be and supply.
Yeah,
And supply.
Yeah. Let's just try and build back, especially in control, like powers and people. We need the back. Mind you, I used to hear this rumor that there's 21 millionaires sold. They'll count Babu Ivan Koza to Zona. Okay. As one of them, but then the rest, like you never know. But now, millionaires are Pakistan.
Yeah.
Those guys are millionaires.
Every day they are guaranteed Malengenayo, like without a doubt.
Every day.
I mean, abantwana bayavuka bada. Abantu abadala bayavuka bada.
System. System says retail stores in the mall open from 9 to 7, right? 9 to 7, you jump to 8 if there's a special day or
Yeah.
But then those guys are open from 7 to 11. So between the mall and the 8 Pakistani stores just around 8, who's making money?
It's definitely the
Yeah,
best.
it's definitely Pakistan.
It's definitely the best.
Yeah, Tina.
And we're sleeping on ourselves. We're such a high consuming. Yeah, it's all we know. You know what I mean? But yeah, Teps, we've spoken at large a lot of things, bro. I think
I'm even tired.
the last thing we need to just get out the way is have Ghetto wins. Definitely that we definitely tune into. Tepo, shout out one time for coming through, bro. I'm so blessed for having you. This is definitely not going to be the last time. I think we've had so much engagement that I still feel like there's so much I need to get out of you. But I think for today's show, I'm so blessed. I'm so humbled. Thank you for the advice that you've given me myself, bro. We're definitely going to make sure It's All About the South keeps going because we need cats like Abu Tepo that are going to come through and speak the truth, Put me even on the pedestal if need be and scrutinize me, because siyakulisana, that's why we're here. Tepo, I need you to give Abantu Balanga just a piece of advice that you want them to take home from today, bro, after you've just given us such a mouthful of information.
First of all, shout out to the show, All of the South, and one more thing, man. Before then, you.
Shout out, bro.
You're actually a dope presenter. That's Nah, I give you all your flowers right now. Sheesh.
I appreciate it.
I thought this was gonna be like something chill. I'm out to not be prepared. I'm out to not be prepared. I'm just light with it.
Yeah, my G.
Not even my tone. Wow, man.
Yeah, my G.
I was like, oh, should I just be Koliko? No, just maintain this. But yo, dope, man.
Yeah,
All the best for the future.
Thank you so much, bro.
I just hope this grows.
This
is going to grow.
I believe so too.
Yo, Samurai Makaya, Ikamutepo, Soweto, the CEO of Ghetto Wings, a small growing company. And I travel Ubusho. As I'm telling you, I'm going for support in Tola for the business. There's so much to say. But it's not clear Latina as the next generation of which we are partially out of our youth. I-support nenkulumo yenu nokusikhulisa. Siyabonga mara ngicela nje ukuthi isupporteni amaphupho ethu, although on benefit in time, but la esiyakhona we just trying to build a structure as EU to stand on our own and not be dependent on the paycheck per se. Understand ukuthi zinsebenzele besicela sizameni ngendlela different ukubambana sibe yisizwe. Abantu baseSoweto sihleli ama-giants awaspani, abo-sisteri we close to prostitution now, to be like honest, to be just with the rate of unemployment, a lot of things are going very, very, very south. Imagine south in the pen. In the pen, my as I was at 18, but then just to say, I just hope Amachans are going to get off drugs. Sandinga, Sangani, Fetu. How the country or the laws works now, but then I really think there is a law that says that can remove all these people from the streets and just put them in an area where they can rehabilitate. I think that's what Caesar said to Civil Clean. We can now start building and supporting each other. And yeah, man, I really don't know what to say. I don't have advice. If I'm gonna tell the street something, don't be comfortable.
Yeah.
Don't be comfortable.
Yeah.
Don't be comfortable. Don't be comfortable. In anything that you're doing, don't be comfortable. It's funny. Don't be comfortable because you are easily replaceable. Don't be comfortable. If I have to advise, always work on your next move, not always outside, within the company that you are in. Find growth in everything that you do. There's nothing that beats growth in anything that you do. Find yourself and don't ever stop dreaming.
Shout out one time.
Don't forget to wake up though.
This is really Mafetu. That was Teflon Don giving us the best of who he is, Mafetu. And I asked him so lovely, who is Tepo? I guess we all got to hear who Tepo really is. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you so much for coming through. One time, Mafetu said, Valanjung Wasaba, the Don in Gamla, Don Teflon Don, catches out here to play with Money City Tina. Issue.